Yeah. I just pull up to the crib and then I'm right back on that. Been starts up, I ain't coming home with a full. All you rappers still washed up, I don't push weight, I just pull chicks. She ain't pulling the socks up when it's half time, she get full. Finna leave the boxed up like send it, make a play and I exit. Money boy making London money, spent most of my life on the M6. Yeah, get rich or die trying, no left. Been out here for like 8 years, come from Volkswagen to Bentley's, little. Once you run up cash, double back. Baby, show me what your mama made and make that. Yeah, made that. You got such a pretty face, but I want. Tell her I'm. Chevy, the king of my city, can't nobody check me. They know where I'm at if they coming to get me. I've been in the pocket like keys in a wallet. If you think you got it, then pull up and bet me. I'm keeping it solid and just being honest, you ain't.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape on past the 30. So here are the Panthers now for the opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him.
You talk about this Lions defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they can just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you got your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So the completion good for just 3. And it's second down.
Second and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Check White.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Now Moore. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. That is caught. McMillan with it. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And he got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back who likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Graham. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Go, check. 79. Get this. You make a play here. Check out.
Back to throw. Meeks. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play there for Detroit. 49 yards. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film, just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 7-7, our score after 1. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation.
Switch, yellow. Down.
More now. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And going to Forces a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first.
A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. The Lions at 5-4 now on the year. And they come out feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
And they're going to hammer another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control.
And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and goal.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 11th rushing touchdown all the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That's good for the Panthers. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson sheds off the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run on 1st down. Sampson And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
2nd and 7.
10 cycles.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
This will be caught by Brown. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line.
Check pitch.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Let's go. 45.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Ready.
Sampson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Look like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
A 20-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Shakir hauls it in. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. 10 weeks have come and gone.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half They didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they're going to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Graham. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
A 2-yard pickup.
Third down and 1.
Third and 1.
Up the middle they go. Graham. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
It's fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it to 26. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want to get the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out. If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check white. Set. Ready. Red. 38.
Operating from the gun. Moore. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll find McMillan here. A gain of 5. And that's going to make it fourth down. There's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And they're going to have it on first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Detroit Lions, first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On first down, it's Graham. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 55 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Graham. They do get 6, but they've still got some work to do on third and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change, because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
33, yellow.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. Second and 11. Got him in. It's Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Panthers, first down. A gain of 12. First down, Panthers.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll run on first down. Sampson. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Here we go, set.
Looking to throw. Moore. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. That'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Throwing the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. From the 24 now, here's the 2nd down and 6. Back to throw. Moore. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Be ready.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back to the 24. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
It's 2nd down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
At the 21-yard line. A 3-yard gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Check pitch.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he'll take this one down near the 15.
15-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Fisher. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal, Carolina.
Operating from the gun. Moore. And it's caught. That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
McMillan. A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Looking to throw. Moore. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jalen Noel there to make the grab. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Meeks. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Graham. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They won on two fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
On fourth down, Meeks. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Here's 1st and 10.
Smith, red.
Throwing to start the drive. Moore. That's over the middle into the hands of Moore. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
32.
Operating from the gun. Moore. Over the middle here to Brown. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Now 1st and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
45. White.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Yellow. 1.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started.
It's 3rd and
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. He's back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5.
And that absolutely cannot happen. Just a gain of a yard in this situation, you've got to get chunks of yardage. Otherwise, the defense, very happy with what you're doing.
Here it is, 4th and goal.
Set. Ready. Block 40.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Lions looking like they're going to come away with a victory. They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready. Let's go now. 70 Lions. Go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Go trap. Go trap. 18 Cardinal.
Now a handoff through the middle. It's Graham. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's 3rd and 9.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Check out.
Back to throw. Meeks. That is caught. And he will have his first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. It just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And quickly, they get to the line.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
2nd and 2. That is caught by Shakir. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That's another Detroit Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close